Hi, I'm Chris, and welcome back. I'm back, I'm here again, and I'm doing another speed draw. And today I'll be drawing a furry version of Skull and Bones, because I keep getting ads for it, so I'll see you on the high seas. So, it's been a while since I've done anything like this, so I'm just kind of going straight at it, no script, no nothing, so I'm just kind of explaining what I've done and what my ideas were for this piece. So I wanted to, well, obviously, first of all, I was watching some YouTube and some ads came across, and it was Skull and Bones, and I really love the idea of it. I've seen some reviews, and it looks interesting. I thought it'd be a little more swashbuckling. You'll be able to go in first person and like go around on your ship and even order around, but it is what it is. But so it has inspired me to make this piece. So basically, this I drew an otter. One of my otters are great. One of my favorite species to draw. So I drew my otter Sona, kind of. I guess pointing and telling the crewmates to fire the cannons to another ship. At this part of the drawing, I was having some troubles with the pose, and I was just trying to figure out what the other arm is supposed to do. So I realized it was kind of off. I wanted him pointing up to have a nice angle, give it pointing. Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk today. I've done this several times and had to delete a lot of gibberish that goes on. Anyways, I really wanted to have this dynamic pose, but we cannot have what we want, so I kind of like skewed it a bit. Wanted him to be some sort of admiral of sorts. My headcanon for this man is he absolutely hates pirates. He despises pirates, so he goes out with his crew, with a fleet, to decimate any groups of pirating whatsoever out on the seas. Back to the drawing. The legs are a little wonky, so they'll be fixed in a little bit. Just wait 5 seconds. But when I was drawing this, I really liked this. I liked everything that was going for this. Pro tip, draw like you are writing. That is what I've learned, and that little piece of advice just helped so much when I was drawing. Just in general, from where I started till now, drawing how you write, like you just like spelling out words, it's I don't know how to explain it. It helps, it keeps me loose, and doesn't make me too precious with my lines. Speaking of not being too precious with my lines, you guys see me and watch me redraw this man several times because I cannot get this head right. Because this is like the first time, right now this is the first drawing, then it goes second. I was like hoping I was going to have him look forward, kind of, and then it looked weird, it looked off, it looked kind of like a square, it looked like a kid drawed it. So I opted to him looking away so it doesn't look like, doesn't look weird. Then I changed. Then I was like, okay, I really want this to be a wolf character, but the wolf character wasn't really working out. As you can see, I've tried, deleted, retried again, and I opted for a tiger, which you can tell it's a tiger, and it's round, and it doesn't. You don't have to put too much effort, and you can't see them. You don't have to draw the muscle because you can't see it. That was like the worst part, was getting these two guys who are pushing the cannon forward to look right, because it's either the snout looks off, the face is too small, the head's too big, and it's just how it's compositioned under the captain's armpit. I wish I could change that now and maybe have them pushed forward, or just not even have him in the photo to begin with. I honestly would have just like rather delete him, but I kept him because I like having the idea of having a cramped, crowded ship. I was gonna add other characters, but I was like, yeah, I'm too tired to draw any more characters. At this point of the drawing process, I was feeling it. I was starting to get line weight, trying to thicken and thin out some lines. Well, I don't really thin out some lines. I I start really thin, but then I progressively get thicker of parts I want to see more defined. So, like these ropes, the shade, like the darker parts, I obviously make the lines thicker. So it gives off that little, well, it gives off a 3D look, and also makes it look more like a rope when I add the little lines across and add a little taper from dark to thin lines. Yes. So when it comes to this art piece, I was just trying my best to fill out any blank spaces and just kind of like add as much detail as I can, because I'm weird. I'm not like any like other artists. Yeah, I'm not like the other girls, but I'm not like the other artists, and unlike most of them, they do a sketch layer and then do line art. I don't do that. My sketch layer is my line art. And what I do, as I said earlier, I thicken the lines to see which one I would add definition to. So that's basically how I draw. For me, it is faster because don't I don't like redrawing a whole piece. Like if I did a line art for this, it would take ages. It would take me years. But if I just start with a sketch and refine that sketch, it would be a lot easier for me. Now, we're on the coloring process. We're almost over. I was excited. It was almost done. I was doing the flats. I'm just going to very simple flats, shadows, and highlights. Maybe in the future I'll probably make a video on how I render, because I finally found a rendering style that I absolutely adore, and I hope I continue this and still love this art style in the following years. Cough cough 2024. The trickiest part of this entire piece was the background and lighting. The flats were easy. It was just color what the object is. If it's wood, color it brown. If it's fur, color it the color of the fur. It was very straightforward, but it was the lighting how I wanted the light to hit these characters. So I wanted it to be facing towards, I wanted the main focus to be the captain's arm, hand type deal. And so so it would guide the audience to where the cannons are. So kind of like a focal point of the drawing, I guess, composition wise, make it look better. So what I've learned from all these years I've been drawing, less is more, and good shapes. So if you have a good shape, like, it makes it look appealing. There's a point in this drawing where I had a very awkward part. It was in the legs. I put like too much like that. See that? Looks bad. It looked weird. So by the end, I was like, oh, this looks terrible. And I just removed it and made it a lot better. As the saying goes, less is more. And you don't have to stick with anything. You can change anything you want in the drawing to make it look better. Now, halt on that. This background, I love it. I struggled with making the back of the ship, so I was like, hey, just add smoke and just hide everything. But that sail, I feel like Ubisoft, not me. Now it was finally time to add highlights to all the shiny bits and pieces, and to add some lighting on this situation. I am very glad that I did this. I can't believe how much I have improved from when I first started this channel to now. So here it is, the final product. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that little montage. It took me a little while to make. So with that, I don't remember how to do an outro. So See ya and subscribe for good art days.